Hey everyone, and welcome back to MR English Diaries, the place where learning English is not only easy but also fun. I'm Olivia.
And I'm James. It's great to have you here with us today. We're so happy that you're joining us for another episode.
Absolutely. Today we've got a fun topic for you all. It's something that everyone can relate to, and it's all about your weekend.
That's right. We'll be talking about how to talk about your weekend in English. Whether you're just starting to speak English or you're looking to sound more natural, this episode will help you with everyday conversations. We'll share some ideas, tips, and of course, a little bit of our own weekend stories to help you along the way.
Yes, and we know weekends can be special, right? Everyone has their own way of spending time on the weekend. Some people relax, others travel, and some just enjoy simple moments at home. Today, we're going to help you talk about your weekend in English in the easiest, most natural way possible.
Absolutely. So let's dive right in. Olivia, when someone asks you, "What did you do this weekend?" how do you usually answer?
Oh, good question. Well, I keep it simple. I might say something like, I had a relaxing weekend, or I spent my weekend with friends. If I want to give more details, I could say, I went to the park with my friends, or I stayed home and watched movies all day.
That sounds simple and natural. It's important to keep it easy, right? Sometimes learners might feel like they need to give a big, detailed answer, but honestly, just sharing what you did is more than enough.
Exactly. And here's a tip. Try to focus on the key things you did. It doesn't have to be a long story. Just keep it short and clear, like I went shopping or I visited family. Simple, but still informative.
That's a great point. And don't worry too much about making it sound perfect. I mean, sometimes I'll say, I did nothing if I didn't do much. It's okay to be honest and simple.
Oh, I totally agree. And when it comes to describing your weekend, it's nice to share a little bit about how you felt, too. Like, I had a really relaxing weekend, or it was a busy weekend. This gives a little more color to your answer.
Absolutely. Emotions add a nice touch to the conversation. You could say, I was so tired after the weekend, or I felt really refreshed by Sunday evening.
Exactly. It's all about making your response feel more real and relatable. So now that we've covered some basic ideas for talking about your weekend, let's take it a little further. James, what about when we talk about specific activities? Do you have a few examples of how we can describe activities in English?
Sure. Let's start with something simple, like going to the park. You could say, I went to the park and walked around, or I spent the afternoon at the park. If you did something active, like running, you could say, I went for a run in the park.
Yes, those are perfect examples. And if you visited a friend, you could say, I met up with a friend, or I visited my friend's house. These are short, but they tell the listener exactly what you did.
It's easy, right? You don't have to complicate it. Just say, I went to the movies, or I watched a movie with my family. That's it.
Exactly. You don't have to add a whole paragraph. Just focus on the activity and where it happened. It's the same with food. For example, I had pizza for dinner, or I cooked a delicious pasta on Sunday night.
Oh, I love talking about food. You could also add a little detail about what you liked about the food. The pizza was amazing, or the pasta turned out really well.
I think that's a good tip for anyone who wants to sound a bit more natural in English. Adding small details like amazing or really good makes your answers sound more interesting.
Totally. And hey, if you're watching or listening, try adding a little detail when you talk about your weekend. It'll make your conversation flow better, and you'll sound more confident.
Yes, and don't be afraid to repeat things. You can say, it was a really relaxing weekend, or I had such a fun time at the park. Repetition is a great way to sound more natural in English.
And if you're still unsure, you can always keep your answers simple. There's no need to overthink it. Just say what you did, and it's perfect.
Exactly. Okay, now that we've got some basic examples down, let's talk about why weekends are so important. I think weekends are a great way to take a break, spend time with loved ones, or just relax and recharge. What do you think, James?
Oh, for sure. Weekends are really important because they give us time to rest and do what we love. It's not just about working hard, it's about enjoying life too.
Yes, and I think sharing these moments with others, like family or friends, makes the weekend even better. It's about those small, special times that you'll remember.
Definitely. And that's why it's so important to talk about these moments, even in English. It makes you feel more connected to others.
Exactly. So now that we've shared a bit about how to talk about your weekend in English, we'd love to hear from you.
Yes, tell us in the comments, what did you do this weekend? What activities did you enjoy? We can't wait to read your stories.
And if you're practicing your English, don't be shy. Leave your comment in English. It's a great way to improve, and we're here to help you out.
Smiling. Remember, practice makes perfect. Keep it simple, enjoy the process, and before you know it, you'll feel super confident in your English conversations.
Totally. And here's another thing. If you're telling a story about your weekend, you can use linking words to connect everything together. Words like first, then, and after that help your sentences flow smoothly.
Oh, that's so helpful. For example, you could say, first, I went for a walk in the park, then I had coffee with a friend, and after that, I went shopping.
Exactly. It makes your story sound more organized and easy to follow. And don't forget, if you make a mistake, it's totally okay. English speakers understand that everyone is learning. Just keep going and don't let it stop you.
I couldn't agree more. Everyone makes mistakes. It's how we learn. And speaking of learning, how about we do a little role play to practice? You can play the role of a friend asking me about my weekend.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, here we go. Hey James, how was your weekend?
Oh, it was great. I went to the beach on Saturday, the weather was perfect, and I just relaxed by the water. Then on Sunday, I met up with a few friends and we had lunch together. It was a really nice weekend.
Great job. You added some nice details and used linking words to keep your answer flowing. That was perfect.
Thanks. It's all about practicing these little things. The more you practice, the easier it will feel to natural.
Absolutely. And for you guys listening, try to answer the question, what did you do this weekend, in the comments below. Use some of the tips we shared and don't worry about making mistakes. Just practice and have fun with it.
Yes, we want to hear all about your weekends. Share your stories in the comments, and if you've learned something new today, don't forget to hit that like button.
And if you want more tips on speaking naturally in English, make sure to subscribe to MR English Diaries. We post new episodes every week to help you become more confident in your English conversations.
That's right. And remember, the key is to enjoy the process. Learning a language is not a race. It's about enjoying the journey and improving bit by bit.
And we're here with you every step of the way. We're so proud of you for taking the time to learn and improve. Keep practicing, and we'll see you again next time.
Yes, thank you for spending your time with us today. We hope you had fun and learned something new.
And if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to hit that like button, leave us a comment, and subscribe to MR English Diaries. We can't wait to see you in the next one.
Thanks for being part of our English learning family. Take care, and remember, you're doing great.
See you next time, everyone. Goodbye.